Bonjour, je m'appelle Lone Stranger. Today, day 20. We're getting a very late start. It's 7:30, maybe later. My camping partner, she hikes fast, she camps fast. But she's good company, so I hope I see her again. I think I've got everything. I feel like I've got everything. I think I've got it. We don't want to come back. We never want to go back. Well, that was a pretty peaceful night. Something ran through. Fox, coyote. Came through at speed. Never slowed down. You could hear it ran right through camp. Oh. We are going to go up, 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 up. And then up and down and up and down, up and down, and then we'll go down the cliff of doom. Today is the day. But it's not supposed to rain, so we're excited about that. Anytime you can climb down the cliff of doom and have it not rain, well, it's better than when it was raining last year. That was terrible. I thought I knew terror that day, but then later in the trip I found other places that were worse. So, Maine. This was our exciting water source last night. I was very nervous when I got here. My camping partner had been here for a while, and she was out on the road trying to see if she could get a cell signal, and she said there's no water. And I was like, oh no. But then I saw that little trickle, because I was going to have to go back like a kilometer or more to go get water. But I saw that trickle and I was like, oh no, there's water. If it's moving, I'll drink it. If it's stagnant, then no, I would have had to go walk. But I was pretty happy. I really needed soup. Apparently I needed several soups and a dinner. Oh. Up, 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 up. I remember this climb as not being too bad last year. So we'll see what I say this year. I probably had better legs last year. But morning in the forest. Well, you know me, I'm gonna huff and puff while I warm up here. Not that I don't huff and puff once I'm warmed up. I will pull you out when we get up top. There should be sort of views up there today. As I recalled, not a bad hike up here compared to some of them. Now, let's see what we've got out here. It looks like Border Patrol may have driven through. Smashed it down for us a little bit. I don't know. They're going the wrong way. The plants are backwards. We're going to catch every single one of those. Yeah, at least we can see where we're going. Well, this is basically our day, is fighting our way through whatever undergrowth is in our way, trying to figure out what is underfoot, because when you can't see your feet, bad things happen in here. But last year it was raining, so we're going to count our blessings. Wading through this sea of ferns in the rain, it was wet. Just because we're here doesn't mean we're done climbing. We will go up and down these ugly little bumps all day long, because that's how they defined the border. It was the top of the ridge, so. There you see it. If we go down, we go up. If we go down, we go up. I'm going to put you away because I'm going to be bitching and cussing and huffing and puffing. But if we get to a pretty spot, I'll stop and take you out. Fontaine de Marbre. That's where we were yesterday. This thing really zigzags around, so last night where we camped was 4 miles in a straight line from where we camped the night before. There's a lot more miles of hiking. It's over 10 miles of hiking. But sorry for all the pterodactyls on the camera, but that's life in the big woods. Oh wow. Yeah, this trail. This pile of crap covered up in ferns, so every step is an exciting adventure and struggle. A lot of loose rock, so you stand on it and wobble, and holes for the poles to go into. Oh, we could really use a breeze. It's just the slightest hint of air. More would be better. More air in the air would be better too. We're at right around 3,000 feet. Alright, well, I don't see anything that looks like a trail. I mean, obviously we're going that way, but I don't know. I'll see you later. I didn't want you to think it was all terrible suffering. We're gently going downhill on a section that doesn't have too many rocks, and I can kind of see my feet. Relative to other conditions, this is nice. I feel like I'm making time. After we finish dealing with all of this, then we've got a road walk down into Maine. The second day of the road walk is 20 miles. Totally different from these short mileage, really rough days to long mileage on smooth pavement. Gonna make the transition. Thankfully it's gonna rain, so I'll have that going for me. At least this year it looks like a cool rain. Last year it was a really warm, tropical sort of storm. I remember in between showers the road was steaming, like clouds of steam. So maybe we can avoid that this year. Maybe we'll have hypothermia, I don't know. But I pulled another forecast this morning and they took the lightning out of Saturday morning, which is good, because we got to go up a big ridge to get out on Saturday. And I was not excited about the idea of having lightning. I think the higher mountains might take the lightning, but still, it'd be exposed in a swath like this on top of a ridge. That's not where I want to be in a storm. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the camera away. Gonna need both poles for this section apparently. Sorry, bugs. Well, clearly we're somewhere. Look, they've got an evacuation. We could tell them where we were if we needed a helicopter. And look, there's signs. 3.1 kilometers to the station where we will pay for the exclusive rights to camp somewhere on the other side. The last couple of nights are in a special zone. They charge money. I guess you're supposed to pay if you want to stay in the shelters. Make reservations or something along the whole trail. If you're going to do the trail, look into what you're supposed to do. I use a hammock, and so I don't need the shelters. I like to camp where there's water and where there's latrines, but I don't use the shelters, so I don't worry about reservations. And then when I get down here, I will try to negotiate with the French-speaking officers about wanting 2 nights of wild camping. I can say de nuit. I don't know how to say wild camping. I probably should have looked that up. No, hopefully they speak English. They did last year. They weren't happy about it, but they did. I don't know. Maybe we'll do better this year. I didn't blame him. It was me. I clearly didn't know what I was doing. Didn't speak the local language. But now I know what I'm doing. I still don't speak the local language, but I know what I'm doing. I don't know if we road walk all the way down there or if there's more trail. I can't remember that. It was a terrible rainy day. I thought this was the day with the cliff, but I didn't see a cliff. If I came down the cliff, well, I didn't notice. I don't know what to tell you. Give me a triangle. Oh Lord, I don't see any signs at all. That's not good. Was I supposed to turn off already somewhere? I would think if I was on trail, they would have put something here to tell me where to go. Wait, I think I see a triangle. It would have been better if it was on this side of the tree, but any triangle in a storm. I remember those little red triangles. They became my friend last year. They were fewer. There's more of them this year. I think they've been doing more blazing. I had less feeling like I didn't know where I was or where I was going. Last year there were a lot of questions, a lot of mysteries. Now we've got different questions. Will my legs stay on? Is there going to be thunder and lightning? But I'm pretty sure we're on trail. Or road, as the case may be. I'm okay with the road. That border trail is... It was better since it wasn't raining and I could see my feet a lot more. Last year I seem to recall there was a lot of toe stubbing and a lot of stepping in puddles of mud and muck that I couldn't see. Well, not sure what's pretty the rest of the day. The campsite should be pretty, and it looks like we may be arriving very early, hopefully. Not as early as our camping partner. She is just amazing. And I think she said she's recovering from some sort of injury or something, but she is a strong hiker. Again, she's not an old fat man like me, so if I get rid of this extra weight, which, bugs, which hopefully another month on trail will do. By the way, today being day 20, there are 30 more days to go. So there. No, it's all going to go better this year. It's going really well. Well, that first week didn't go so well, but we're where we're supposed to be. Still got all my fingers and toes. Hopefully we find enough red triangles to get us where we're going. Yeah, I seem to recall having to pull out the GPS at this corner next year. Well, I'm gonna let you go because this is just a road. I'm just babbling, but I'll see you later. You see? Camping. We got about, let's call it 3 miles. Of this mostly wonderful trail. I seem to recall it's a little rooty, but that'll be good practice for Maine. Get used to stubbing our toe every 3 steps. It's very early in the day. It's a little afternoon. We stopped and we took care of business. We purchased 2 cans of soda. I know they're very expensive out here, but the first one was delicious. I'm going to put the second one in the river later. Have it with my dinner. Before dinner, I don't know, cocktail hour. Ooh, messy campers. Wow. People are terrible. Alright. Looks like there may be some mud along the way. I will maybe show you a big beaver pond later. Otherwise, I will see you in camp a little after that. But I definitely am going to need both poles and all my feet for this. Hey, made it to camp. Been lounging. Let's go take a look at the campsite. I have what's called wild camping. They have these fancy tent platforms. You can reserve, and they'll charge more. Oh yeah, there's a fire ring. Ooh. I don't know where my camping partner went. She's not here. I know she came through because the guy I paid for the camping and the permits had talked to her. I could tell. He knew I was coming. He'd heard about the guy who was on the 50-day hike, so that had to be her. But she went somewhere else, I think. I don't know. This is where she said she was going to go. We're on our own. Rivière Arnold. It's apparently a big lake up on the side of the mountain that feeds this. It's always here. I needed a bag of water. I figured I'd take you out for a walk and show you the river. I'm thinking maybe afternoon coffee, because otherwise I'm going to fall asleep. But it is nice to get to camp early. We'll see how the AT section goes. I have really short days planned in there in some areas. I mean, just a matter of a few miles some days. So there may be a lot of napping. Yup, that's water. Well, that's all I got for you for now. Let's see if I stay awake long enough to say night-night later. Well, as the sun sinks slowly in the west-northwest, I say night-night. I had a cup of coffee. I did not take a nap. I did eat dinner and sausage. Appetizer. Appetite is fickle at this point. I'm definitely hungry a lot of the time. Not necessarily when I need to be. It's kind of hard to eat while I'm hiking, especially on these trails. Thankfully, we've got that road walk coming up, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'm not sure how any of this is going to go, but it looks like we might still have clear skies tomorrow for Gosford, which would be good. And then last I heard it's going to rain, so Saturday's going to be ugly. But we've done ugly before, we'll do ugly again. I don't think it's going to rain tonight. There were clouds earlier, but it's all going away. It's totally clear. I think it's going to get cold, which is good. Good sleeping weather. This was day 20. Theoretically, 30 more days. Theoretically. We can do it. I think we're just starting to pick up steam. I don't know what'll happen when we get to Stratton. That's where it all fell apart last year. Well, not really, but it started to go south. We'll see. Anyway, day 20. Night night.